done when I was young. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. Have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid?
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They begin with a run by Smith. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
He's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Mahomes. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so wisely just gets rid of it.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's Palmer. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Hey, count. 380. Crowd right. 380.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Hey, go Lion. Set. Baylor tight. Delta.
Here's Herbert. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds Smith out of the backfield. Oh, what a move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the draw, this is Smith. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have retaken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Down the right sideline. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Chiefs 10.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Oh, fighting off the defender. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
A first down carry for Smith. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, sit. 180. Go.
From his own end zone, Herbert. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set. Baylor tight. Kappa, kappa, kappa. Set.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. Best through the tackle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Set. Baylor Tiger. Baylor. 180. Let's go, let's go. Set.
Here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
59, 59.
Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Adnan Mitchell, 66 yards. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Chiefs 10. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
2nd down and 8. Mahomes now to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Adnan Mitchell, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for KC. And even 50 yards.
First down, Chiefs.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A give to Smith out of the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 64 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run it again with Smith. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Play action. It's Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. 9 yards that time.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go. Set. Delta. Hunt. Let's go. Hey, Ray.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Rondé Gadsden from 17 yards out. And the Chargers add 6 to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. Let's see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got me pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Mahomes going to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 99 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And Mahomes will do it himself. His throw incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Set. Let's go. Hey, grenading. Grenade. Home six right. 21.
Now it's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And a rout is on here in this first half.
17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. And the ball will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll get this down to the 38. From the 38 now, here's a second down at 6.
It's now second down and 6.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively.
It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 57, 57. Yellow.
Back to throw. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 81 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
24. Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Herbert now. Now he'll tuck this and run. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the night, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On second down, here's Smith again. And he may have given those 6 yards right back, as they're going to get to him well behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another fourth down.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
Right back to him on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it across the 15 and into Chief territory. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
59. Hey, ram. Set.
Back to throw. Herbert. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ballgame, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Smith. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run forward with Smith. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That's caught over the middle by Fan. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Now Patrick going to change the play. They fake the give. Now Mahomes going right back to Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as they called his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants him to finish this one out the way.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy with career touchdown number 75. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, We're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 40.
Now they'll change things up.
Hey, we got to switch it up. We got to switch it up. We got to switch it up. Ready.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter. But the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know. Maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's go, let's go.
Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on. Here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And they're going to have this Gets across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Hey, easy. We're going orange.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Second and 6.
He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
A 2-yard pickup. Brings up third and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on third and goal. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 73 yards. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Chiefs 44. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. And he'll get this out to about the 40. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 123 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Set.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Chargers field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Trey Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Mahomes. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Chiefs 52.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Kappa. Ready.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's a simple